Essentially, I had my children very young. I have a son who has special needs. So I
Hmm.
was out of the workforce for a while. And then when I was kind of ready to get back into the workforce, my husband
Hmm.
has worked in the roofing in the commercial end of the industry for his entire life. And his company had an opening. So I was like, you know
Hmm.
what? I think I would like to give this a shot. And it was just a desk job. It was just a basic administrative, answering phones, clericals, desk job. And I
Hmm.
took it and I started to get my feet wet in the industry. And I was like, you know what? I really like
Years,
this. And
and when you entered, I can tell that the industry was quite different back then because there were not much women doing roofing.
the industry has definitely changed where it's more accepting to females in the industry, certainly as, times are more modern now and what have you. But back when I was doing it, probably in my, it was definitely, I would say it was like, it was the boys club
So,
still,
have you ever encountered male ego? Because I can say that many times you are the sales manager and you have sales reps out there, or anyone in the entire 15, 16 years. You come across time when even me as male have a male ego that we feel inferior when we are discussing something or when we are seeking help from someone, and especially if it's women. Back in time 15, 16 years ago, I don't think so many people would have come to you.
if you're rude or disrespectful to me, I'm going to give it back to you. I might do it in a more respectful and professional manner, but I'm going to let you know immediately, like, I have boundaries. You're not going to cross them. I had to earn respect. You're going to give me the respect I give you. If not, there's the door.
Time, or let's just say someone is young and they are getting into this, do you feel that women particularly have this kind of sword hanging over their head or an unconscious pressure that if they do any mistake they have more chances of being eradicated from the project or the team?
One of the companies in the past that I worked for, I did have that experience, right? So
Hmm.
I was in my learning stage, and you think you know everything and you don't, and you're young. And I worked with a lot of older men that had been in the industry already for their 20 or 30 years, and they just laughed at me. There was many times they didn't take me seriously and made me feel really small, which you have to create that thick skin.
Because you
So
mentioned 2 or 3 times that you have predefined boundaries in your brain. So, what are these boundaries?
everybody's boundaries are different. Everybody's limits of what they're willing to tolerate are going to be different. My skin is pretty thick, so sometimes maybe I let it go a little bit too far before I finally say enough's enough. But know your boundary of when you're either being abused, taken advantage of, mistreated, disrespected, and let them know real quick that you're not going to tolerate that and gain their respect from that. That's definitely a really important boundary to
You,
have.
how do you feel women can become better managers and leaders
We
in
need to be
roofing?
better listeners. I'm trying to work on that myself. Sometimes I tend to have so much to say that I have to reel it back in, and I'm trying. My goal for this year with myself is to listen more.